Iowa practitioners
Current
serving...
Iowa code has criminal penalties for Iowa practitioners who violate the law relating to the practice of medicine.
So
I didn't change that. I didn't write that.
Tensions are high at the Capitol tonight and have been all day. An emotional debate as lawmakers go toe-to-toe on an abortion bill which seeks to ban abortions around the 6-week mark of pregnancy. Right now, abortion is still legal in Iowa up to 20 weeks of pregnancy, but that will change as Governor Kim Reynolds signs this bill into law. Now, tonight only made possible due to the actions of the governor, who called a special session last week, calling lawmakers back to the State House to vote on her latest proposal. So let's take a look at what's on the table. This bill would ban abortions once cardiac activity is detected. This is usually around 6 weeks of pregnancy. It does include exceptions. An abortion would be allowed in cases of rape, incest, a medical emergency, or if there's a lethal abnormality. Now, there is quite a lot to unpack in this bill, and with a jam-packed day at the State House, we have team coverage to capture it all. Local 5's Connor O'Neill has been monitoring the Senate for us this evening, but we're going to start with Dana Searles, who's been at the State House all day and keeping a close eye on the House tonight. So, Dana, what is the latest from that chamber?
Mary, the bill did just pass through the House in a vote of 56 to 34 to 10. Now, I've been out here all day covering this session. I've been in the House chambers. I've heard all the discussions. I've seen the emotions, a lot of back and forth between lawmakers, and these emotions are definitely heightened. Now, this bill has passed and the legislatures have cleared out of the chambers for the night, but a big topic that was discussed within the House chambers, Democrats accusing Republicans of abusing their rights and not thinking of Iowans. Representatives say that majority of Iowans are not in favor of this bill.
This whole day is an exercise in just because you can doesn't mean you should. It's incredibly disappointing that we are rushing this through. I don't care if this bill was considered in 2018. I wasn't here. A lot of us weren't here.
And many Democratic representatives touched on it in discussion, saying they will be a no vote because they already know this will go to the courts. They know the outcome.
11:59 tonight, their freedoms will be taken away. Let's put people over politics. Let's be a no vote for House File 732.
However, Republicans do say that this is necessary now that this bill will be passed, and we will await the next steps. A hot topic that was discussed here also in the chambers was how this will affect doctors in Iowa.
That would be at a time for either the legislature that's in office to determine if they're okay with that. If we're still here, then we would determine whether we're okay with that at that time. But at this point, you're giving a hypothetical, and I'm not willing to guess.
Why don't we just do it tonight? Why don't we just say, well, put everything on hold, we'll go draft penalties for doctors, and we'll tell the Board of Medicine this is what the penalty will be.
Because we passed this bill 5 years ago, it's in front of us again, and we're going to pass it as it is this evening.
So like I said, that bill did just pass in the House. Now we are awaiting the Senate vote, expected to be at about 11 p.m. tonight when their debates do wrap up, and Connor O'Neill will be following that. And then after that, we're going to be waiting to see if Governor Reynolds will sign this bill into law tonight, as soon as tonight, that could be. And we'll be following this story if that does happen, and we'll continue to follow this after that. Live outside of the House chambers at the state capitol, Dana Searles, Local 5 News.
All right, Dana, thank you. Now let's shift gears and take a look across the Capitol to the other chamber. Connor, what has debate looked like for you tonight in the Senate?
Hey, Mary. Yeah, I was inside the Senate chambers for the last 4 hours, and it just felt really tense. It felt super heavy as legislators were talking over each other as debates went on. Now, it's arguments we've seen before from both sides. Democrats say women should have full control over their bodies, and it shouldn't lie in the hands of politicians. Democratic Senator Peterson of Beaverdale also said it's extremely concerning for her that a bill banning abortion could go into effect so soon. The last thing they left really tried to emphasize was that this bill could go straight back to the court system.
I don't get it. I know most of you very well, and you're good, caring people. Why are we going along with something that's going to end up in the courts? Well, I've seen a lot in my 27 sessions, but it just seems to get worse and worse, where we're not a deliberative body. We don't work to fix things. We just take them as they come.
Now, for the Republicans, they didn't have anything new to put forward since Democrats proposed all 13 amendments that they discussed today in the Senate. Republicans kept reiterating that the bill wasn't a ban, but instead a regulation on a procedure once an unborn child has a heartbeat. Senator Sinclair of Wayne County reminded Democrats there are exceptions for rape and incest in Governor Reynolds' bill, and physicians who perform abortion procedures will have to follow the law whether they want to or not.
A licensed physician must follow Iowa law. That's what Chapter 148.6, Parent 2, Parent A. There is no criminal penalty under this bill considered. But a licensed physician must follow Iowa law.
Now, the Senate continues to debate as we speak, and we've been told the vote probably won't come until after 11. Reporting outside the Senate chambers, Connor O'Neill, Local 5 News. Back to you, Mary.
All right, Connor, thank you.